My name is Niels. I'm CEO and co-founder of Digital. We founded about 4 years ago. We implement Shopify and Odoo. What really drives us is impacting people through what we do and through the technologies that we use. For us, these are means to actually impact people and organizations to help them develop into what they want to become and to become their best selves, both on our employee side and also on the client side. I think in a year and a half, we grew from an organization of around 10-12 people to an organization of 45 people. And guess what? It's not the same organization, and you need a different type of leadership, but also making decisions, structuring the company that I had no previous experience with. What were the main priorities? Somebody who understood me, understood the organization, and had a way of actually getting me and the organization to where we wanted to go. To get the organization ready to take a next step. We have a few different scenarios on what that next step might look like, but to actually get the organization ready in terms of structure, in terms of culture, how decisions are made, how people are enabled, and how they work in this organization. Came into contact with Alexander, and I immediately felt that he was the person or a person that actually could help me in this transition, and a year into it, I'm actually quite happy with what we've been able to do together. Well, I think the impact, we feel it every day. I hope people in the organization also feel it. I think the moment we started working together, it was very much still founder-led is maybe the wrong wording, but we were really handling and controlling most of it. I was actually a track to let go of most of the, let's say, control and enable people to actually take ownership and control about a lot more things. Give them more space to let them speak out and to actually grow more into the organization. So the organization is less, let's say, founder-led at that point, but more team-led at this point. Not saying that we're there yet, but thinking we take big steps. And for me, the biggest difference is not trying to control or to do everything myself, but trusting and enabling people to actually flourish is something that I had to learn for a while, and hope I'm doing better now. It's very incremental, and it's hard to put your finger on it exactly. It's rather how I feel and the freedom I feel a bit in terms of how we can operate compared to a year ago. But I think I come out of a startup culture. Often you don't have the time, the money to actually hear everybody and need to push through a lot of decisions, test a lot of stuff, and move forward quite fast. And I think I held on to it maybe a bit too long when the organization was a bit bigger. I didn't really know how to change that. And that was the only mode of operating that I actually knew. And again, Alexander helped me to actually change that and to enable the organization to actually take care of itself, and for me to take up the role and do the things that are most useful, impactful for me and for the organization. Yes, absolutely. It of course evolves a bit. In the beginning, there was a lot of context and information that Alexander still needed to teach me on how he thinks, how different frameworks work. And we really started with the basics, and there was a lot of information sharing on a bit the broader things. Then we moved it into actual roadmaps, getting things done. And throughout, I could always discuss certain topics that were most important to me, or very specific scenarios on how to practically approach a few things and implement a few things. I'm very happy with the one-on-one track and how it's actually going. Well, the CEO playbook is, I think, something unique. It's something that has so much content, so much practical information, but also so much context to actually get people to buy into what we're trying to do. It's a bit just-in-time information, let's say on specific topics that I want to implement or I want to use or I want to change. I first go to CEO Playbook to see if there's something on that specific topic, and then I use it to actually get my team the right context, right information, and often already have a template to implement what we want to implement as well. Is the moment that the organization is getting a bit bigger and you as a founder / a CEO cannot really handle everything yourself anymore, and you feel that there needs to be a switch to enable the teams and to enable the organization to take care of itself and make sure you don't have to control everything anymore. The moment you feel like the organization and you are ready for it, I think it might be a good choice to work with Alexander and go with the flow. I think we took a big step this year with doing our first acquisition. I think we still have some time and some work to integrate everything well. I think the next steps then are, for us the ambition is to get most out of the two tools that we really believe in, Shopify and Odoo. And we need to take the next steps in really achieving that. What exactly that will be is still something to figure out for ourselves as well.